I was offered or given the opportunity to manage a branch in San Francisco. And it sounded really interesting until they got to the salary level, which was basically no increase. And, I was a single mother, and I had to have, I had to pay a babysitter, and I had to commute. So I turned the job down. Make a long story short, they gave it to somebody else. They gave it to a man who was working in a bank directly across the street from where he was going to manage a bank. And I don't know, probably 6 months after that, I found out that they had given him a tremendous increase in salary. And I challenged them on it, and I said, why in the world would you do that? I mean, you didn't offer me that salary, and I really could have used it, right? And they said, well, he's got a big book of business, and he's just coming from across the street, so he's going to be able to bring all that business with him. And I said, just like that? And he said, well, he's worth a lot more money. And I said, so if there were a bank across the street from where I'm sitting, I could double my salary? He said, yeah. And he laughed at me, and he said, if there were a bank across the street. And I said, okay. So I went home that night, and I said to my friend, who was the first chairman of the bank, I said, guess what I'm going to do? And he said, what? I said, I'm going to open a bank. He said, you're crazy. I said, no, because if there's a bank across the street from where I am, I can double my salary. It never occurred to me that I couldn't do what I wanted to do or what I put my mind to do. So, and my dad was like that. He was a self-made man, and so I watched him growing up, and he quit his job, and with 4 little kids to support, and so, and my mother went nuts because he didn't know anything about what he was going to do, and he started a business. He started a boat business in Tennessee, in Appalachia, and had no clue how to do anything except work with his hands. And he made a big success of it. So I guess I got it from him. Maybe it's hereditary.